Over the years and decades, we have struggled with almost the same issues, coming out of some and returning into others, and unfortunately going round and round the same cycle. That's one of the most unfortunate and unlucky position of this country within 63 years. Why did I say so, Mr. Speaker? Nigeria today has not been very lucky in this aspect. Look at the Southwest, thuggery, yahoo yahoo. Look at the Southeast, unknown gunmen terrorizing the citizens of this country. Look at the Northwest, look at the North Central, banditry, kidnapping. Mr. Speaker, look at the South-South, look at this threat to the economy of this country as a result of oil theft. Mr. Speaker, this country requires the resilience of our forefathers so that we can come together, redefine our situation, and look at how we can forge ahead and bring back this country to greatness.
The progress of any nation starts from the parliament. Yes, we get up every day, we chide the executive, but what about the parliament? Industrial revolution took place on the floor of the parliament. Independence of Nigeria was gained on the floor of the parliament. And so truly, if we must make progress, then that progress must start with us. If we want to ask ourselves the sincere question, are we truly independent? I'm sure that you know the answer. Politically, yes. Economically, the answer is no. Our people are suffering. There is poverty in the midst of plenty. Nigeria is not a poor nation by any standard, but our people are poor. And so what is the problem? If you look at sections 88 and 89 of the Constitution, it empowers us to check these problems, these anomalies we complain of. I think that as we speak about the independence of Nigeria today, that we should also know that it is time for us to talk less and do more. We have all the powers. We had attempted even to summon the president of the country to the parliament to answer questions. How far have we exercised our powers as parliamentarians? How well have we performed as parliamentarians to strengthen this country, to make sure that we have adequate security?
Yeah, 2 minutes is over.
It is not enough for us to debate every day, but we must begin to exercise our powers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, my Honourable Leader. Honourable Jimmy.
We have to emulate whatever they stood up for. The forefathers that stood up to ensure that Nigeria stood up as a nation, as one nation and one destiny. So we should go back and ask ourselves where we have gone wrong. Why do we see our neighbors suffering? Why do we see the people hungry? Why don't we go and look and be our brothers' keepers? Why don't we stand up for each other? Why are we selfish? We must always endeavor to believe in ourselves first and then to believe in whoever is next to us.
Honorable Sada Soli spoke about the capacity, the competence, the integrity of the civil service. In the developed countries, their civil service and the occupiers of their offices are top-notch. They're people pupilled with integrity, with competence, with patriotism, and with intellect. You'll be amazed that in developed countries, the people with who have the highest educational qualifications are the people attracted to the civil service. Is that the same here? The answer is an emphatic no. So we need to institutionalize reform in our civil service to be able to step up into the first world. Second of all, it is not all gloom for Nigeria. As we are today and with all our issues, we are still the biggest economy in Africa with a GDP of $500 million, in spite of the fact that we only generate 7,000 megawatts of power. So this is a big plus to our labor industry. They have worked hard in spite of all the impediments. Going forward, I think we need to ramp up on our power base so that we can leapfrog and join the Committee of Nations.
The judiciary, the executive needs to be able to understand the harmonious relationship that this house, that we have risen to the challenge to give Nigerians the best since independence. Nigeria is a blessed country. Nigeria is that country that people that have decided to be true compatriots are given the chance to show who they are. It's a country that whatsoever you want to do, you have the opportunity to do it. But who truly, at the end of the day, are those people that don't show the truthfulness of what we desire as a people? That truthfulness is what needs to come into play.
Was a federal constituency. Mr. Speaker, let me start by saying that we have a great country, Nigeria, at 63. Despite our peculiarity all over the world, despite our challenges all over the world, we still remain a single entity called Nigeria. Secondly, according to A.H. Aga, the truth that set men free are in most cases the truth that men prefer not to hear. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, we are all aware that late 50s and early 60s, there was sporadic issuance of independence to colonial countries all over the world, which Nigeria is inclusive. Let us compare extent to which they have progressed compared to our country. We will realize that we appreciate our own. But I used to differ to the stand and position of our previous speaker that said we are not economically independent. As far as I'm concerned, Nigeria was given independence on 1st day of October 1960, both political and economy. We were the one that submitted back the economy because of our complacency, because of our attitude, because of the corrupt nature of our society, and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, before you realize what is happening, in as much as you cannot take care of yourself, somebody will be out there to take care of you. Look at countries that got independent almost the same day with us. Look at the way they are firing. Look at the exchange rate in their country. It's very, very comfortable. Look at a foreign direct investment from other parts of the world to their country. Today in Nigeria, people are not willing to come and invest so that we can have improvement in our economy because of one reason or the other. So we have to live up to our expectation as Nigerians so that at the end of the day, we can balance our position in the Committee of the Whole, bearing in mind our population.
No crisis should break us, because in this country, that is where our future and our hope lies. And it is in unity that we will secure peace, that will secure progress, as we have pledged day in, day out.